Welcome back to part 3 of our lesson, learning about unit rates involving ratios and of fractions. So, we got this lovely picture here. I'm trying to make a cleaning solution that calls for 4 gallons of water mixed with a third of a cup of cleaner. That doesn't seem too bad, but I need to find the unit rate because I have 1 cup of cleaner. So I need to find out how much cleaner I have, or how much water I need to have to go with my 1 cup of cleaner. So the unit rate, remember, a unit rate must be over 1. It must be over a full singular unit. So 4 cups of water to 1, or 4 gallons of water to 1/3 cup of cleaner is not a unit rate. So let's look through some strategies on how we can find that unit rate. So the first, we can use a double number line. So a double number line increases or uses the scaling to find the unit rate. The top number line represents the number of gallons of water, and each increment represents 4. I'm never going to use less than 4 gallons of water. So at a time for each third of a cup of cleaner. So it just makes sense to go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, on and on and on. The bottom line represents the number of cups, or represents the cleaner, how much cleaner you need for the gallon of water, or the gallons of water. So to have 1 cup of cleaner, I can see that I need 12 gallons of water. I can also do it with a bar graph. We've used bar graphs before. The bar graph breaks down, all right, how many thirds of a cup are in a cup? 1, 2, 3. I have 3 of those. So now let's make an even bar that has the water. 1, 2, 3 things of water, each at 4 gallons. If I add them together, it's 12 gallons. So the bar diagram uses scaling to find the unit rate. The top bar represents the number of gallons of water, and each section represents 4 gallons. The bottom bar represents the number of cups of water, and each section represents 1/3 of cup of cleaner. So for every 1/3 cup of cleaner, I need 4 gallons of water. Lo and behold, I need 1, 2, 3, 12 gallons of water for 1, 2, 3, every cup of cleaner. I can also use a ratio table. So a ratio table is where also uses scaling. The top row represents the number of gallons of water. The bottom row represents the number of cups of water. Because 1/3 times 3 equals 1, remember that whole reciprocal fraction that we have to multiply by to get to 1? 3 is 3 over 1, so 1/3 times 3 over 1 equals 1. Each row is multiplied by 3 to determine how many gallons of water are needed to mix 1 cup of water. So if I'm multiplying the top by 3, I have to do the same to the bottom. So by using the ratio table, I can figure out that for every 1 cup of cleaner, I need 12 gallons of water. Now, we worked with this a little bit. So you can also use division when finding a unit rate. Recall that a ratio can be written in the fraction form. A ratio of 4 to 1 can be written in fraction as 4 over 1. So the ratio of 4 to 1/3 can be written in the form of 4 over 1/3. 4 over 1/3 is called a complex fraction. Remember we talked about that way back in our lunch, what a complex fraction is. So a complex fraction is a fraction in which the numerator or denominator, or both, are also fractions. Because the fraction bar indicates division, remember that, fraction bar means division, you can divide the numerator by the denominator to find the unit rate. So 4 divided by 1/3, hey look, that's just dividing by a fraction. So we turn 4 into 4 is a whole number. We turn the whole number into a fraction. 4 over 1 divided by 1/3. Hey, what do we do when we're dividing by fractions? We multiply by the inverse or the reciprocal. So the inverse is 1/3 of 1/3 is 3 over 1. So 4 times 1 times 3 times over 1 is 12 over 1, or 12. We work it all out. So 4 over 1/3 equal 4 to 1/3 equals 12. Using these strategies, the unit rate is 12 gallons of water for every 1 cup of cleaner. So you can always use that division. So how is finding a unit rate when one of the quantities is a fraction similar to finding a unit rate when both quantities are whole numbers? How is it different? I want you to write this answer down. And then we will share these when I see you next.